Let's talk about holidays in the last couple of minutes. Most of us are starting to think about holiday time yes, just a few weeks away before the kids break up. And it seems that over the last few weeks, few years rather, there have been successive issues and obstacles with getting away. And a man that knows about these things and hopefully has some solutions and some tips in terms of avoiding the heartache, the pain of going on holiday. I mean, going away on holiday should actually be a rather pleasant thing, shouldn't it? But it just seems year after year it's not. It's Simon Calder, no stranger to this show, who's on holiday himself, I suspect, Simon.
Yeah, well, always on holiday pretending to work, Russell. You should try it. Yeah,
Love to.
Look,
where are you?
I'm in Dijon in France. Just
Sounds
north
mustard.
of Burgundy. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much. Arrived here by train, which was probably quite a smart thing because the aviation business has, for the last week, been chaotic, and I am really sorry to break some news to you, which I don't think anybody else has got yet, which is that there appears to be a serious problem at Gatwick Airport. Now, I don't know anything about it. But there appears to be a runway blockage, and so we've already just seen one British Airways flight diverting to Stansted. If this does happen, and bear in mind, this is the busiest day of the year so far for aviation.
Wow. More
flights going around Europe than ever. We've got storms, and we've got loads of planes and aircraft out of position, and therefore it's going to be messy.
But Simon, every single year it's, you know, multiple cancellations. We've seen cancellations from EasyJet, I think, haven't we, over the last day or so. Multiple cancellations, air traffic controller strikes, baggage handler strikes and so on, especially obviously as things start to get busier, which I guess is when the logistics are somewhat tested. It genuinely never used to be like this, did it? I mean, pre-COVID, and I don't want to use COVID as the excuse, but pre-COVID it wasn't as bad as this for us poor holiday makers, was it?
Really good point. So several things are happening. First of all, there's a large number of us wanting to make up for lost sunshine and lost adventures and so on. So we're all going to travel abroad, which is great. The number of good people were lost to the aviation industry, and so therefore, when things do start going awry, you haven't got the man or woman sort of sitting in the corner who's been there 20 years who says, "Yeah, actually, this happened in 2008, and here's what we did about it."
So, Simon, sorry, you think we haven't recovered from the cuts that were made when the airlines in particular had to make lots of cutbacks from a staff perspective back in 2020?
Yeah, look, let me just take you back 3 years from here, Russell. At the time, 28th of June, 2021, you could go to a total of 2 places abroad if you were a British holiday maker without needing to quarantine when you come back, and that was Gibraltar or Iceland. Understandably, a lot of people just thought, well, I'm not sticking around in this industry. It's destined for complete failure, so they left.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, there isn't the resilience in the industry. Furthermore, well, you've got all manner of problems with the shortage of planes due to the problems at Boeing not getting their safety issues. We've got Airbus aircraft on the ground because they've got an issue with their engines, and just add to that the usual list, as you say, air traffic control strikes.
We've had problems at Manchester Airport, problems at Birmingham Airport. Now you're saying, so what is this Gatwick issue then? You say it's a blocked runway.
I believe, and I've been, and I'm actually, just while I'm talking to you, just going to see if I've got any response yet from either British Airways or
Simon, we're hearing I say abandoned, but it's a static plane on the runway at Gatwick. Obviously, we've got absolutely no idea why or what that is. But I mean, have you got any insight?
Well, no. I mean, my main thought is that there may have been an emergency evacuation. I do not know if that is the case.
And how many runways at Gatwick, Simon?
There was 1.5.
Right. Okay. So once there's a static plane in the way of everybody else, that's it. The whole airport shuts down. Well,
yes, which is why we've already had a diversion. It's possible they may be able to open the standby runway, but I mean, it is going to be extremely messy. This is the world.
Simon, look, we're not very good at this as a country, are we, at all? And it seems to be getting worse. Look, Simon, we've got to go now because I've got to say hello to my friend Ian Collins, who's going to take us through for the next 3 hours. Thank you very much, Simon Calder. They're always keeping us up to date with tips and news with regard to, well, the perils of holidays.